keep a heads up for this because you could stop gaining confidence. It happened to me. And just so you know, keep an eye out for it. It is something that can't stop. Confidence is like a muscle. You have to keep on building it, strengthening it. What you have to strengthen. And you have to, well, you don't have to, but you should. It feels good. Continuously be gaining more, earning more. Because you don't gain confidence on your own. You're gifted confidence. I believe that. I was taught, and I believe that it's given to you by the source of creation as a gift for putting in the discipline work, because that you do have control of. Build a discipline. You're gifted confidence. Confidence feels good, but like I'm saying, staying on topic here, we have to continuously work on building, strengthening, whatever that was, huh? Out here, daily walk with sweet cheeks. Sometimes the gophers come say hi. So I had been building discipline for a while, months, and I was gaining that confidence just automatically. It was a beautiful feeling. I mean, something that I realized was I was someone that never had any confidence. I had courage, I was responsible, but I definitely didn't have any confidence at all. Probably even negative confidence. I've talked about it here before. Like, I didn't have zero confidence. I had less than zero confidence. But I would make up for it by having by being responsible and having courage. I was down. Once I started tracking my food, that required discipline. Discipline to learn how to track it, the discipline it takes to actually measure out each food, figure out what food I can eat and shouldn't eat as much of, or how can I include this food in my diet because I want to enjoy it. What's the best version of this that I can have that has the right amount of nutrition, that I can hit my numbers, all that effort that sounds like, dang, you did all that. That takes discipline building. It takes the courage, the curiosity to say, fuck it, let's go, let's give it a shot. And as I'm learning and I have the discomfort of frustration of not understanding it, not getting it, trial and error, what? That's trial and error. It's not trial and success, it's trial and error. That's uncomfortable. That's discipline. Who really wants to try something and mess up? Try something and fail. God, that's a sucky feeling. That's no good. Like, it doesn't feel good. And to know that, oh, let me try it again. And the odds are and chances are that you're gonna fail again. Typically, most would avoid that discomfort, would avoid that pain. But in that pain is where the growth is. In that pain is where discipline is. And we want to build the discipline because with the discipline, we're gifted confidence. So when I started doing my dieting, all those trial and fails built me discipline. So in that curve of learning and that curve of like, oh, feeling hungry, and that curve of like, oh, I messed up, I just shouldn't have ate that, or whoa, I'm eating too little of this, and that was all suffering, that was all discomfort, that was all discipline building. So yeah, which is why I'm able to say it with so much certainty that you build discipline, you gain confidence. I started feeling hella confident. Do that for a year, lose 45 pounds. That's a lot of confidence that's gifted to you. I was walking around with a whole bunch of confidence that I had never, ever had before. It was a feeling that I had never felt before, and it felt great. Imagine not having any confidence, or very little. Maybe some of you do have a little bit more confidence than I started with, but I had none, for sure. And all of a sudden, in a couple of weeks, you start gaining some. A couple of weeks, you start gaining more. Start gaining momentum, start building. And for a year and a half, you're just gaining confidence. You start approaching issues different. Life's problems start taking a different shape. You start winning at more things. Because a confident person tends to win more. A disciplined person tends to win more. Because they're disciplined and they're confident. Their approach to everything is, yeah, I got this shit. I'm gonna go do that thing. And you got a winning energy, a confident energy. That's what I'm saying. Confidence isn't something that you buy. It's not something that you forcefully act. Oh, I'm gonna act this way so I can be confident. Confidence is an energy. It's something that glows within you. You can't just hold on. Let me be confident real quick. No, that's not what it is. You could build your courage. You could appear to be more courageous even if you're not. You could be aggressive, assertive, responsible. You force yourself to do things. That's not confidence, though. Confidence doesn't happen till you build that discipline. And there's a way to do it, which is what I was doing. I was building that discipline. Mainly, the main part where I got my first big chunk of discipline was tracking my food. When I started tracking my macros, I got on my diet. Changed my diet. Because I was on a diet, it just wasn't a very nutritious one. Wasn't all that bad, just not the proper nutrition, not balanced out the way the body was designed to eat. So I started gaining this confidence. Feels great. Like I said, everything just started changing. My life started changing. Day one, week one, everything just started getting better. Relationship with everything. Relationships with people, relationship with loved ones, relationship with finances, relationship with things that I needed to get done. But then I started feeling like, hey, I don't feel like. Two things started happening. One, I didn't notice it at this point till afterwards. I started kind of retracing my steps. After retracing them, I noticed, right about here is when I started not gaining any more confidence. And it wasn't that happened 3 months ago. No, it wasn't matter because it was daily. Every day I was gaining confidence because every day I was building discipline. And then I kind of noticed it 2 days into it, it was kind of feels different these last couple of days. Till this day, I'm still tracking my food, making sure what I eat every day. I know exactly what needs to go in, and I adjusted to change things around. If I want to lose a little bit more, gain a little bit more, maintain, experiment with doing this. I wonder what would happen if I do this. That's just for fun. That's just to know, to learn, to experience. But I'm on it as far as the food. So back then, it was when I noticed that, hey, it's been a couple of days, it kind of feels a little less beast. I go, maybe that's what it is, that's just normal. I didn't pay much attention to it, but I did notice it. A couple of days after that, it's I started to feel that bummy feeling that I felt most of my life. I was oh no, I'm starting to feel stuck. What's going on? I feel like I'm not making progress again. What's going on here? That's not the way it was going. That's not the way I was told. The blueprint said that was going to happen. The blueprint said I was just going to keep on, track your food and exercise and you're good to go. Why am I starting to feel like most of the things that I would do in my life that real quick I get it pretty okay. Wow, you start up things pretty fast and you make progress pretty quick, and then bam, I flatline, I plateau, and it wouldn't pass anywhere after that. It just stayed there. I was so common with everything I did. Any job I would try, any business I would try, anything I would try, it was always start it in very little time, get it up and going. Wow, everything's going good. Wow, there's good momentum, and all of a sudden, just bam, flatline. I think I made a video about that a while ago. So that feeling was very familiar, and that's where I thought it was at. It was like, oh no, here it goes again. Don't tell me. It was going so well. I was already, I thought this was it because it was something that I've never felt before, this confidence. So that's when I realized and I learned that, okay, let's see, what's going on? I kind of sat and analyzed, like, what, I'm doing the diet. I'm doing the exercise. But I built tolerance. The diet for me now at that point was already easy. If you were to tell me, hey, we're going to start this diet, it wasn't like, oh, shit. I was like, no, this is just the way I eat. What? No big deal. Like, well, we're going to have, my parents are going to bring this to eat. Ooh, let me go track it real quick, see what it's about. Like, oh, okay, I'll make sure to eat this much, or do this later, or do this today so I could eat that tomorrow, whatever. If some surprises were to come up. I had it down already. It was pretty simple. It required very little discipline for me to make any adjustments to my nutrition, to my food. So because it was starting to take less and less discipline. It was starting to kind of normalize for me to do that. I was still making progress. My body was still reacting to the way I was treating it, nutrition-wise, but it wasn't really taking any discipline to do it. It wasn't taking any work. It wasn't uncomfortable to track my food. It was just like, oh, this is easy. Yeah, I got it. As it was, opposed to how it was at the beginning, the first part. I was like, oh, hungry, learning. Like, I'm researching. That was all discipline. That was all uncomfortable to do because I was sacrificing doing what I wanted to do, my own thing. I was sacrificing my own time to go research something that was going to cause me discomfort, lack of food or adjustment of food, not being able to eat whatever the heck I wanted. So that's why I started plateauing, because that's why I started losing the momentum of discipline, which and then removed the growth of confidence, and even the maintaining of the confidence I did have, because things started to get easy. What I was doing started to get easy. It wasn't uphill no more. It wasn't much effort. My routine, my exercise routine, push-ups in the morning, push-ups in the evening with some squats, some burpees. It was fun. It was easy. It was like, I'm not going to do it, and it doesn't cause no That's when I stopped gaining confidence. And that's what I need you to be careful with. Once things start getting easy, or let's say, let me finish that thought. Once things start getting easy, you're going to stop building discipline. Therefore, you're going to stop strengthening and gaining confidence. And you could get discouraged and say, this doesn't work. Oh, well, I'll just go back to my old habits. Because the old habits were fun. They were in, a lot of pleasure chasing. So pay attention. When things start getting easy, you got to make your life hard again. Just continue to build discipline. Priority for confidence. Priority to have a beasted up, beautiful level of confidence is a high attitude and always building discipline. Attitude and discipline. You keep those on laser focus sharp, to always have a high attitude. Your responsibility to keep a high attitude. Do that all day long, every moment, all day, all week, all month, all year. And stay focused on building discipline. Doing the things that you don't want to do that you know that you should. Once the thing gets easy, such as dieting, such as making yourself exercise when you don't want to, when it's almost like, man, I look forward to burpees. I look forward to push-ups. I can't wait till it gets warm outside again so I could do burpees outside. Man, that doesn't take much discipline. No. So because it doesn't take much discipline, I'm also not going to get any confidence out of it. The regular the regular result, the natural result from it is still going to happen. I'll build a little muscle, strengthen my body. My body will be healthy. Metabolism will be working. I'll lose weight. I'll gain weight, whatever I'm structuring it to do so. I'll be fit. That's going to happen by doing the exercise and the diet. But as far as discipline and confidence, I'm not building anything anymore. So I'm not gaining I'm not building any discipline, Therefore, I'm not gaining any confidence anymore. So I had to go look, like, okay, what else? What's going on here? I definitely ain't doing this just for the physique. We just have to make it hard again. We just have to make it difficult again. How do I do that? There's a couple of ways to do it. The simple way is like exercise a little harder. Like one more rep, a little heavier. That's for the exercise part. The diet part, without manipulating much, you could remove one of your favorite treats. For me, like hot sauce. I removed hot sauce. I'm not gonna have hot sauce for whatever. It could be days. I did a 30-day cancel hot sauce. For what? Discipline. Then I told myself I'm only gonna have hot sauce on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. For what? For discipline. Did it work? 100%. I started noticing right away. It's like, there's that feeling. There's that unstoppable feeling. There's that feeling of I can handle anything. What? Bring it. I started growing again. So then it also comes to like, well, just food? No. This is the part I wanted to talk about more. The doing the things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them is so helpful. In the sense of stuff that you need to do around the house. Like, what don't you want to do around the house? And I'll make another video about this specifically on this. What don't you want to do? You can walk into your house, park it, and pull in, and you already know. You don't even have to leave your pad. You can start with your car. What don't you want to do? You could be washing it, cleaning out the trunk, cleaning out the glove box, wiping it down, taking out that stuff you have in the back seat. But I don't do it. I get that done. Taking it to go get done, taking it to go get vacuumed, taking it to go get the inconvenience of taking it to get detailed and you not having a car, the inconvenience of calling the person and paying whatever amount. Whatever is the inconvenience is the discipline builder. Man, I got a mess in the backyard. Man, I got a mess in the house. Man, I haven't, the landscapers just came 3 days ago and there's a bunch of leaves in the front, cleaning up those leaves. That's what, it's an inconvenience. It pulls you away from comfort. It's going to be uncomfortable to do it. It causes discomfort. It's a pattern break to your comfortable routine. That is discipline. Man, I haven't taken out my dog for a walk. If that's not part of your routine, there you go. Start doing that. That's a blessing too, by the way. Because you should be taking out your dogs for daily walks. They need that. You took on the responsibility of being a pet parent. Be responsible. But it's a good way to start building more discipline. Like, man, I need to start a skincare routine. I know I have to. But I don't. There you go. That's the next one. I should touch up the walls in the front room. I touch up the walls in the back. I need to clean the ceiling. I need to clean the fan in the bathroom. Go get the ladder. Go get the brush. Go get the cloths, the microfiber cloths. Clean it. The thing you don't want to do the most is where you start. The I don't want to do it list. The things, they have the to-do list, the things I don't want to do list. I had one of those lists. I did a series of those things I don't want to do. That's where I learned about this hack. You do that. You start doing that list. You start building discipline. You continue to, if you're already building confidence, you'll continue to build confidence. You'll get out of that plateau of like, man, why do I feel like I'm not winning no more? Why do I feel like I'm not making progress no more? That feeling of not making progress is clearly because you're not. So there's your thing. How to stop making progress? Get comfortable with what you're doing, and it's gonna happen. Diet a little harder. Another thing you can do with the dieting is like if you don't have, let's say your favorite food is, like for me, I could remove pizza on Saturday. I could do the chicken and rice on Saturday if I wanted to build more discipline. I could change my chicken for something else. I could go from the delicious chicken my wife makes to just regular chicken with no spices, no salt, no seasonings, nothing. Just bland. The nutrition is still there. It'll taste different. That's it. That's discomfort. Discomfort of removing the flavor. Oh, but that'd be gross. That's your perception. That's the way you look at it. I'm just saying how to make sure you don't stop building discipline so you don't stop the confidence. Be careful on not working on discipline. I'll make sure I said that right. Be careful that you don't stop building discipline so you don't stop gaining confidence, because then you'll get discouraged and you could quit the whole movement of trying to become better, trying to become the best version of you, trying to live on purpose, become the version of you that you would respect and admire. That's why we're doing this. That's why I know you got to pay attention to that. And I know you can. I mean, you just have to watch it. I know you're going to feel it, because if you start, you're going to build some tolerance, or you're going to do it so lightly. Baby step, you're going to stay on baby step 1 and do baby step 1 for 3-4 months and never move to baby step 2 and 3. That's when you're like, hey, what happened to that feeling? Oh, I guess it wasn't really true. It was probably just the excitement. Like, no, you're just not building discipline. You're just not living. You're not living hard. You're not doing it the hard way. You're not doing the difficult work. You got to make it more difficult, because it got easy. It was hard the first few. That first step was hard for the baby. That first step was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do it? I don't even know how. I've been carried all my life. What do you mean you want me to use these limbs that I got on the bottom end? All of a sudden, first step got easy real fast. One step got easy real fast. Tolerance. You know? Baby takes its 10th first step. Is not that big of a deal no more. Now you're like, come on, you could do 2 or 3. That's you giving it confidence. If it stays on one step forever, it loses its luster, it loses its sting. Same with us. If we stop building discipline, we stop gaining that confidence, and the confidence we do have begins to weaken. Make sure you pay attention to your discipline. That's what you're in control of. Attitude and discipline all day long. Attitude and discipline. 2 best ways to keep that attitude high, remember, is through exercise and gratitude. So you see me on here making all these videos all the time. That's the way I show gratitude. Gratitude that I've learned all this stuff and I'm able to share it, in hopes that it'll resonate with someone. You'll find relatability, and it helps you. It helps you like it helped me. One of these videos helped me. A bunch of these videos helped me. And it made me gain discipline, earn confidence, make a bunch of progress. So everything that I'm learning along the way, I'm so grateful for, so I share it. That's another way to raise your attitude. By raising your attitude, you have good thoughts, good feelings, good actions. You're on top of your discipline. Attitude and discipline. Pay attention to those every moment. String a bunch of those moments together, you have a day. String a bunch of days together, you'll have a week. String a few weeks together, you'll have a month. String a few months together, you have a year. That's the goal. 2 main priorities. Everything starts falling into place after that. Everything else. Attitude and discipline. All right, I'm going to finish up this walk with Sweet Cheeks. Daily walk vibes. It's fur day. If you got any questions, you know how we do it. Leave it in the comments. If you've already started this and you're visiting back, give us a couple sentences on your progress in the comments. If you got a question, like I said, leave it there. If it's a quick enough question, I'll answer it real quick. A couple words. If it's a question that's like, okay, this needs a little bit more, I'll bust the video answering your question. That way others can also benefit from your question. That's it. Thanks for watching. I hope it helped. I'll see you in the next one.